take that. I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Back in 3 minutes, the Doug Stewart Show. Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BB Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bbmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bbmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. Doug Stewart here to tell you about my man Smooth at smoothtickets.com. Smooth's got the tickets for everything that you need in the world of sports, concerts, or theater. I don't care what it is. I don't care where it's at in this great land of ours. My man Smooth at smoothtickets.com, he got them tickets. I'm telling you, boxing, baseball, NBA, NFL, country music concerts, hard rock, hip-hop, theater, Broadway, he's got them all. And if he don't have them, there ain't none. I'm telling you, smoothtickets.com. Once again, that's smoothtickets.com, or give him a call at 404-374-1150. Once again, that's 404-374-1150. You got to tell him, though, that I sent you. You got to tell him that Doug Stewart sent you. Once again, smoothtickets.com. That's smoothtickets.com. Yeah!
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt. Specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
Woman Wednesday. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Hey, man, y'all do me a favor. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Do me a favor, man, and pray for my people in the state of South Carolina, as well as, I guess, all of the coastal states on the East Coast. Hurricane Matthew coming through, and they're thinking this might be a big one. It's supposed to hit Saturday, I think, and I talked to my mother yesterday, and by the time this show is done, she might already be at my house. She's probably going to take refuge and come to the kids' houses in Atlanta. One thing about, if you're from South Carolina, and a lot of y'all can tell me if you agree with me or not, we grew up with hurricanes yearly. I mean, it's a yearly occurrence. But there was a shift in the mindset about hurricanes after Hurricane Hugo. All right, Hurricane Hugo happened in 1989, and it was a big one, like total destruction. And before 89, before Hurricane Hugo, the mindset of my parents were, and people that I knew, is this just another hurricane? We from South Carolina, we deal with this every year, no big deal. all of the structures are built to code to withstand this type of thing or whatever. We'll just ride it out. Ever since Hurricane Hugo, the minute they say something about a hurricane, we out of this bitch. Yeah. We out. And so my mother was saying to me yesterday, like, it was so much traffic on the highways, and this thing isn't supposed to hit until Saturday. She was like, all of the gas stations are backed up. Everybody's on the highways is gridlocked. And yesterday was Tuesday. So they've already shut down, like, all of the schools. They've already canceled the South Carolina State Bethune-Cookman game that was supposed to go down this Saturday. The governor, Nikki Haley in South Carolina, says that, y'all may have this game between South Carolina and I think it's Georgia this coming weekend, but it probably is not going to be in Columbia because we shutting everything down. Yeah. And so, I don't know. If you got any people there, man, what are your thoughts? But, yeah, it's been trust me, when Hurricane Hugo happened, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, in 1989, that was my freshman year at South Carolina State, okay? And so when it happened, and I realized after the fact, because when it happened, I stayed in Orangeburg. They didn't shut anything down. Remember, this is before Hurricane Hugo had happened, and so we didn't take that stuff too seriously. It'll be okay. We'll ride the storm out. And so after the storm was over, and obviously it was a big one, I tried to go home and see what happened, to my mother's house. And I get to the front of the road, so my house was kind of like off the main highway, which was Highway 52. And so from the main highway to my mother's house was about not even a mile, a little bit under a mile. Okay, that normally would take me, 30 seconds to drive from that point in the main highway to my mother's house on this side road. That would take me normally 30 seconds. When I tell you, I climbed and crawled under trees for over 2 hours trying to get to my mother's house. But like the street was lined with the pine trees. And if you don't know anything about hurricanes and pine trees snap like toothpicks. And so they had been laid down. All the trees that had been on the side of the street my entire life had all been knocked down. And so I had to climb over trees, under trees, something that would have taken 30 seconds, took me about 2 hours. When I get like almost to my mother's house, I look down the street or between or over these trees. I see my mother climbing out over trees. And it's kind of like one of those scenes from a movie, like one of those end of the world type movies. I see my mother. I was like, Ma, it's me, it's Dougie. And she see, because we didn't have cell phones back then. I didn't call her until I was coming home. Orangeburg is only an hour from my home. And so I just jumped in the car and said, I'm going to go home and check on everybody. And I see her down there about, 50, 75 yards away. She sees me. She's like, Dougie. And it's me. And we finally meet up together in the middle of all of these damn pine trees. And we hug each other like it's a damn movie. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. That's a true story. It was crazy. The destruction to my little hometown of Monks Corner, South Carolina, man, was unbelievable. And it took many, many years. I'm going to say it took over a decade for things to kind of look the same, or maybe even more than a decade. And so the moral of the story is that South Carolina people ain't playing with hurricanes no more. For the most part, people that I know, if it's established that this is going to be a big hurricane or even a moderate hurricane to a degree, they getting out. They getting out. I mean, things have never been the same since Hurricane Hugo in South Carolina. Never. They don't play that game no more, man. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@thedugstewartshow.com. One quick note, NBA note, a couple of little quick NBA notes. Former Cleveland Cavaliers coach David Blatt said Tuesday night that he will accept the championship ring the Cavs have offered him despite Blatt's dismissal halfway through the 2015-16 regular season. Why wouldn't he accept the damn ring? He was the coach. I don't get that. I don't get that. Anybody that had anything to do with the success of that organization in that calendar year deserves a ring. Like all of this talk about Varejao because he was on Cleveland and then he played for Golden State, should he get a ring from Cleveland? I want my damn ring. Once again, I contributed to the success of this team in some form or fashion. It may not be to the success of LeBron James or to the degree of LeBron James, but I did. I don't care if I was on the practice squad. I don't care if I was only on the roster for 1-2 days. I want my ring. You damn right. I want my damn ring. So, of course, David Blatt said, give me my ring. He said, quote, they offered it, I graciously accepted because they presented it to me in a way that was very respectful. I don't care if it was disrespectful. Hey, I don't care. I can't remember the owner's name right now. I don't care if the owner, in presenting me my ring, takes the ring and throws it at me like, here, take your damn ring. I'll be like, fine, I'll take it. I don't care what. I want my damn ring. Period. I want my ring. I don't want to hear nothing about that. And the Philadelphia 76ers, if you haven't heard about this, first-round draft pick, Ben Simmons, man. First pick in the draft. He's broken his foot. I mean, the Philadelphia 76ers are freaking snake bit. Yeah. Ben Simmons breaks his foot. They're saying this thing could be like 3 months. His agent, what's his name? What's the agent guy's name? Who's LeBron James's agent as well? Something Paul. But word on the street is that Paul, his agent, isn't going to let this kid play this year at all. Because this could be a very serious injury, something that could hamper him for his career. You don't want no Grant Hill type situation where he has a nagging injury that continues to hound him for his career. So we'll see. We'll keep our eyes on that, man. Speaking of which, the Philadelphia 76ers, man, they finally get to see some of their players all together. Finally, for the first time, Joel Embiid is healthy. Jahlil Okafor is healthy. Nerlens Noel is healthy. More than 2 years after they drafted Embiid, the often injured 7-footer was in action Tuesday against Boston and showed some good touch around the basket. He finished with the first half with 6 points, 4 boards, and 2 blocks in 13 minutes. Not too bad for the young fella. I don't want to see Philadelphia continue to suffer like they have over the last couple of years. I'm sorry. Once again, I reminisce about my youth, man, and the Philadelphia 76ers on Sunday afternoon on CBS against the Boston Celtics was big. Okay, and they've just been bad over the last couple of years. Even the AI years were great for the most part. They were very competitive. They were fun to watch. And I think enough is enough, man. Whatever the basketball gods had against the Philadelphia 76ers, man, please take the hex off them. I'm telling you. Hopefully these boys can stay healthy. Hopefully they can have some type of chemistry, and hopefully they can play better. Clearly they're not going to win a championship this year. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. But just let them be, decent. Let them win more than 10 games this year. That's all I ask, man. They got all these guys healthy for the first time. Almost without Ben Simmons. They've got all of these other first picks in the draft from the last couple of years. I just wish them nothing but success, or just to be a little bit better than they've been in the last couple of years. My gosh. Please, enough is enough, basketball gods. Yeah. All right, when we get back from the break, let's go read some chat. I don't think we got anything else I wanted to hit. Oh, we do, but I want to talk about Kevin Durant. But I tell you what, we get back, we're just going to read chat, and we're going to ride this show out. All right? This is the Doug Stewart Show.